Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we are looking at Holier Than Thou by Metallica. Another one of Metallica's songs that is a testament to James Hetfield's rhythm guitar playing, the awesome timing of it, and it's really just a nice way to check in with your own picking style, and it might make you rethink some things, the angle that you hold, the pick to the strings, or how you place the pick in your fingers. Always good to experiment with this stuff. You might find things that work for a lot of situations, but maybe not for others. So it's fast. It is super tight in terms of the rhythm. So take your time with it if you haven't done it before. It can certainly be a challenge, difficult. All right, so for the intro, you're gonna be playing one riff over and over. I believe it's 24 times. Don't quote me on that, but somewhere in that neighborhood. So you're gonna hit an E5 chord, and then hit the low E once down, and then down, up, down, down, up, down, and then one more down, and you're gonna repeat. Okay, so E5, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, E5, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. But you're gonna palm mute everything else except for that E5, so that little gallop, it's not bad to get like one repetition of that, but to do it over and over and over and over again accurately, not easy. So it's just that over and over at the very beginning. Okay, and that brings us to this riff. So same thing over and over, just with different stopping points. So string 5, open, string 5 fret 1, string 6 fret 3, string 5 open, string 5 fret 1, string 6 fret 3, E5, and then string 5 open again. You're going to repeat the same process here, and stop right there on that string 6 fret 3, and then we're going to catch an open string 6. So slowly. All right, then that brings us to the verse. So we're just going string 5 open to fret 1, string 6 fret 3, open, 1 again, jump up to a G5. That's a little bit of a weird transition there, so you have to play around. That's where my fingers are kind of flying around there, just jumping from there into that G5. Just got to be prepared for that. And you hold that G5, and then you do the same thing again, but you land on the E5 instead. There, and repeat to G5. And I think after this one, I can't remember how many times it alternates between those in the verse, you're going to go okay, so all the way through that verse. One more time slowly on that. right, so coming out of the verse, it's either going to go back to the intro part. It's going to do that a couple times and then jump back into the verse. Okay, and then the second time through the verse, that's going to take us to the chorus, which is going to be basically the same two riffs that we saw in the intro. So just landing on that E5 every time now. We're never landing pausing on the string 6 fret 3 like we did in the intro, so it's just that same thing over and over. And then eventually we're going to get to the other intro riff. And that's going to walk us back into the verse, and that whole process is going to repeat. So that's the bulk of the song. That's the pieces for the intro, the verse, and the chorus. Of course, you're going to want to listen to the song carefully so you know the exact song form. Something that you'll have to do for any tune that you play with. But other than that, we have the interlude and the solo accompaniment. So the interlude, all on strings 5 and 4. And we're really mostly just using frets 5, 7, and 8, and 5, 7, 8. Okay? So I'm just going to play through it slowly, and just so you can kind of hear it at a slow tempo and watch my fingers. Just using fingers 1 and 3 through the whole thing, I believe. And then I'll point out just a couple of things after I go through it. So. Okay, so the first hit there on strings 5, frets 5 and 7, I'm doing a hammer on. And I'm using finger 3 to jump over to the 8th fret and come back to the 7th. You could use your pinky, you might find that easier, but I found it to be a little bit slower, so that's why I stuck with just kind of shifting my hand around with fingers 1 and 3. So you heard that little variation in there. And on the last time that it does that, it walks up that string 4 with a little sequence. So right here, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 7, 9, 6, 7, 9. 4, 5, 7, 5, 7, 9, 6, 7, 9. And then it goes into the solo. So the solo accompaniment, if you want that, it's nice to be able to play along with the whole song. So it's going to be an E5 with that little kind of galloping palm muted picking, and then a G5, same thing, but just one gallop, A5 to B flat 5, frets 5 and 7 to 6 to 8. So I'm going to do that 3 times. And on the 4th time, it's going to jump up to G5 there. This is just like the verse. E5, G5, and Okay, one more time through that, the solo accompaniment, and then we'll wrap it up. That is everything, guys. Take your time with the picking. Try and get as many of the parts down as you can. Have fun with the song. If you haven't ever done something like this before, then just be patient, and don't just work on the intro only and not do anything else. You can play through the rest of the tune and not get that little kind of galloping palm muted picking, or modify it in some way. Certainly playing it slow is going to be the key, and I've also found the thing that helps the most is just making sure that I hear that rhythm, that I know exactly what that rhythm is, and then moving very, very small. Like I said at the beginning, play with the angle of your pick to the strings and find the way that gets you across the strings as easy as possible, but it's going to be minimal movement, super economical movement, right? You don't want to move too big, and it doesn't have to be a huge movement for it to be too much. It has to be very refined, very precise. So anyways, take your time with it, but have fun. Once you get it going, even at 75-80% of the tune, you'll still be having fun with it, and slowing it down with the audio is a great way to go, especially for stuff like this that there's just going to be a breaking point with the speed, and you don't want to be only existing in the point where you can't, the territory where you can't handle it, because it just gets super frustrating and it's tough to find solutions. So find the speed that works, make adjustments, and then try and build it up. I guess that's it. See you in the next video. Thanks.